It say that we are live. Okay, we live, we live, we live. So what's up? I'm Big Abundant. I'm a clinically trained hypnotherapist. I do these live streams every day, 5 Central Standard Time. I'm still getting used to saying Central Standard Time. I be wanting to say Pacific so bad because I was on the West Coast for a long time. But now I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I gotta get used to saying Central Standard Time. But I do these lives Monday through Friday at 5. That's about our fourth or fifth one. These are fairly new. So in a lot of these, starting out, I'll probably be talking to myself, but that's okay. We're gonna talk like we got a room full of people. Then when people catch the replays, they'll have good information here. So today we're talking about breaking generational curses. And I'm the type of person, before we really start to talk about things and dissect things, I like to know exactly what we're talking about. So, what I want to do first off is break down the word generational curses. And to do that, what we're going to do is define both of these words. So, I got my browser open right here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to define generational. Let's see what we get. Generational, relating to characteristics of all the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, relating to the different generations of a particular family. Okay, so the word generational, simple, looking at the generations of a particular family. So it's just a particular group of people, generation by generation. Okay, then we look up the word curse. Let's see what we got here. Curse, a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. I'll read that slowly again. A solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. So the first word we looked up was generational, and that was relating to the generations of a particular family. I'm taking some notes here. I suggest y'all do the same because I can already see this going to be lit. I'm loving what these definitions are doing relating to the generations of a particular family. Okay, and then when we looked up the word curse, we got a solemn utterance. Now, utter is something you do with your mouth, or utterance. Right now, I'm uttering these things that you're hearing me say. So, pretty much, when we look up the word curse, it's using your words to invoke a supernatural power. Wait, you using your what to invoke a supernatural power? You using your words to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. So when we pop those two things together, what we get is a generation of people from a particular family that's using their words to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm. Wait, we're talking about a family, talking about a unit of people who use their words to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm. That's what a generational curse is. And a lot of times when people come to me about generational curses, they it's so vague. They think it's this big spiritual thing that got a hold of them and they're being punished for their ancestors' sins. And to an extent, you are. But I like the way these definitions put it to something we can really dissect and something we can start to break down right away. Simplify, it's a generation of people, it's generations of people who have been using their words generation after generation after generation after generation to keep themselves stuck. And I love the fact that it says invoke a supernatural power. So let me ask you this. If your words, these things that I'm using right now, if your words can invoke a supernatural power that inflicts harm, isn't it a reasonable assumption that the same word, the same mouth can invoke a supernatural power to do good? What's going on, Nini? Isn't that a reasonable assumption? If words can invoke harm, isn't it reasonable that words can invoke blessings? Is that a reach? I know that's all I use in hypnosis sessions when I help somebody quit smoking, or I help somebody get their confidence up, or I help somebody lose weight. All I'm doing in that room is pouring positive words into them. I'm using my words to invoke a supernatural power to get the benefit that they want. So step number one to breaking generational curses is to start using our words different. Anybody in here feel like they experiencing a generational curse? And this in the replays too. So if you're in the replay, make sure you put replay gang in the comments. But if you catch the replays, I go back and read those comments. So feel free to answer these questions. If you want to break a generational curse, step one is you got to start using your words different. You can't ever say I'm under a generational curse again. Words need to be coming out of your mouth like I'm under a generational blessing. I am abundant. I am love. I seek clarity in all that I do. You got to change the way you're using your affirmations. Because affirmation is not just those things that you say in the morning in the mirror. I am beautiful. I am. Those not the only affirmations you do. When you say stuff like stuff never work out for me, affirmation. When you say I can't win for losing, affirmation. When you say my life is a fucking mess, affirmation. You constantly making affirmations. Affirmations aren't just something you do on purpose. Every time you use this, you're doing it. You're affirming something. So be careful what you affirm. Don't you ever fix your lips again and say you under a generational curse. Because every time you do that, you're using your words to invoke the supernatural power that you claim and got you under hold. But when you break these definitions down, what you quickly realize is that the words don't control you. You control the words. Now, once you put the words out there, they're gonna do what words do. Because according to the Bible, in the beginning was the word was with God, the word was God. So words are powerful. Be careful how you use them, especially when you're talking about you, especially when you're talking about your children, especially when you're talking about your family. Don't ever fix your lips again and say you're under generational curse, because that's what keeps the curse going generation after generation after generation. And if this gonna be the generation to stop the curse, this got to be the generation to stop saying it. This got to be the generation to take those words out of their mouth and throw them to the side. I don't feel like we need to take this no deeper. I feel like all that needed to be said was said. I love a good short lie. But are we clear on what a generational curse is? It's a generation of people in a specific family that's using their words to invoke a supernatural power that inflicts harm. So you make sure that from this generation forward, the people in your family, the people that come from you, know the power of their words, and they use their words to speak blessings over their life and the future generations. And that's how you break the curse. Any questions, put them in the comments. I'm keeping these short and simple because we just starting them out. Now, as we do these every day and consistently, then these lives gonna get longer and longer because people gonna realize we're going live. But man, y'all enjoy these replays. Thanks for letting me chop it up with y'all for a minute. I enjoyed it. Watch your mouth. There are no generational curses. They're generational blessings. And you claim your blessings using this. Use your words wisely. Watch your mouth. I'm out of here. Thanks y'all for watching.